Tonight, we turn our gaze to a garment, not ordinary, not decorative, but sacred in its subtlety. The grey cloak, a piece of clothing, yes, but also a profound and ancient symbol, draped in mystery, wisdom, and concealment. In a world obsessed with colour and clarity, the grey cloak hides in plain sight. It is not flashy. It does not demand attention. It does not proclaim itself, and that is precisely where its power lies. Because the grey cloak belongs to the ones who walk in between. Let's begin with the colour itself. Grey. Grey is neither black nor white. It's the space between extremes, the meeting point, the veil, the liminal. In esoteric traditions, grey represents the middle path, the balanced soul who walks neither in blinding light nor consuming darkness, but instead moves with discernment, holding paradox in their heart. To wear grey is to step out of the dualistic battle, to no longer play the game of right versus wrong, light versus shadow, but to see through it. The grey cloak becomes a role of neutrality, clarity, and transcendence. Across myths, religions, and mystery schools, the cloak appears again and again, not just as clothing, but as a signifier. To cloak oneself is to become unseen, to move unnoticed, to travel through realms without disturbing the waters. It is the attire of the wanderer, the hermit, the magus, and the oracle. It protects, conceals, and transforms. The cloak is not armour, it is a spell of silence, a choice to retreat from spectacle and step into essence. When grey, the cloak becomes the symbol of one who has transcended polarity, and who no longer needs to be seen to see. In alchemy, the grey cloak is worn by the alchemist in the Nigrido phase, the stage of dissolution, shadow work, and hidden transformation. This is not the dazzling gold of enlightenment, but the smoky ash of becoming. The stage where the old self breaks apart, cloaked from view, cocooned in mystery. In the tarot, the hermit wears a grey cloak. He climbs the mountain in silence, carrying his lantern not for others but for inner truth. He wears grey not because he is undecided, but because he has seen both light and shadow and chosen neither. He walks above them. And in Arthurian lore, the wizard Merlin is often robed in greys and faded blues, not the royal colours of court, but the hues of wind, stone, and sky. He is of the world, but not in it. But there is another layer. The grey cloak is a disguise. In fairy tales and esoteric allegories, grey is often worn by those in exile, those who hide their power, or those on sacred missions. It is the cloak of the hidden one, the outcast, the divine messenger in human form. To don the grey cloak is to choose humility, to walk quietly so that truth may speak more loudly. It is to carry the sacred within, unannounced. To wear the grey cloak is also to accept the role of threshold. The one who wears it becomes a passage for wisdom, for prophecy, for transformation. They embody the space between worlds, between known and unknown. They may appear ordinary, but they are anything but. They are cloaked because the world is not ready to see them fully, or perhaps because they are not yet ready to be fully seen. So, what does it mean when the grey cloak appears in your dreams, in your visions, in the pages of ancient texts? It means initiation. It means you are being invited to step out of certainty and into mystery, out of brightness and into balance. It means your journey is entering a phase that cannot be explained, only experienced. You are not lost. You are becoming unseen so that your soul may be heard. So wear your cloak, traveller. Let it wrap around your shoulders like the dusk sky before the stars appear. Let it whisper ancient truths into your bones, and walk, not to be known, but to know. If you felt resonance of this path, if symbols speak to you louder than words, subscribe to the channel for daily uploads into the mystical, the archetypal, and the sacred. You are not alone on the journey. You are simply cloaked, as you are always meant to be.